Clearly, our objective as a league and to all 32 clubs, which was unanimous, is that we want people to be respectful at the national anthem. We want people to stand. That's all personnel, and make sure that they treat this moment in a respectful fashion. That's something that we think we owe. We've been very sensitive in making sure that we give players choices, but we do believe that that moment is an important moment.
Well, the NFL announcing a new policy to fine teams and league personnel who do not stand and show respect for the flag and an anthem. The policy permits players to stay in the locker room during the anthem, but if they're in the field for the Star-Spangled Banner, they must now stand. Here now to discuss Burgess Owens, NFL Super Bowl champion, also author of the book, Why I Stand for Freedom to the Killing Fields of Socialism, and Mike Bako, DailyNational.com sports editor. Burgess, let me start with you. I was surprised that this came out, particularly today. I thought the NFL was waffling on this. They had waffled on it to a large degree. What do you make that they finally have drawn a line in the sand on this protest?
No, they're still waffling, Charles. I tell you, I think back of the owners and the vision of the NFL back when I played football. This would never happen. You look at the NBA today, 90% of those players are black players. Many will probably agree with the NFL players, but they respect their organization, which says they will respect the flag or be fined. NFL has once again pushed this ball down the way here, and we're going to have this conversation for the next couple of years, because for a guy to stand in the sideline, he's still protesting. NFL should put a rule in place. You show up, you stand up, or you get fined. If you get fined, that's fine. But show up and respect the flag like Americans expect of us, and let's move on and not make this an issue for the next few years.
Mike, of course, the NFL Player Association put out a statement saying that the NFL chose not to consult the union in the development of this new policy, and they went on to talk about patriotism and things like that. But this statement alone suggests that maybe, to Burgess's point, not only is it not over with respect to being able to protest in a locker room, but maybe from a legal point of view as well.
You know, Burgess used the phrase pushing the ball down the hill. I'm going to use another one, trying to sweep this under the rug. The NFL wants this issue to go away. Bob McNair in Houston wants this issue to go away. They've stumbled over every single comment and action that they've made all along the way, and this one just kind of shows another step along the way of not consulting with the players, not hearing out what their issues actually are. And with all due respect to Burgess, these issues are still not being addressed. The players were not disrespecting the flag.
A lot of fans thought they were.
A lot of fans thought that they did. And one of the reasons why this is coming to the forefront is because it's affecting the bottom line. Right. It's affecting the bottom line of the ratings, attendance at stadiums, and fans are actually saying that this is the case. But again, they're not having that dialogue. Heaven forbid that we have some nuance and actually hear both sides of the issue.
Burgess?
Can I make a question? First of all, the players are not the owners. The players are employees. And the owners should sit down and figure out what they want to do, and have the players then will decide whether they want to follow the rules or get fined. That's the way it works in the real world. The players cannot dictate. Already the NFL has paid $90 million to this players' social justice, which is nothing but Marxist and socialist ideas. So
Burgess, what about the notion that somehow the players still haven't been able to articulate to the owners and fans what they're protesting and why it's okay to do it while the national anthem is playing?
Listen, players, if you look at that field, there's billions of dollars represented on that field every single Sunday. Those players have an entire off season to address these issues. They have a community that needs their support, needs their presence. They don't need to be sitting there putting the rest of us through this process of disrespecting our flag. Use the freedom and the income they have and make a difference in the communities that need their help. And that's away from the cameras. Don't put the rest of us through this process of disrespecting what we believe is the right thing to do.
So, Mike, is this, a lot of people think it is grandstanding. I mean, you do have a lot of cash. You can go out there, you can do a lot of things within the community, within the organization. And by the way, you can protest before or after the national anthem, but by choosing the national anthem, you are sticking your thumb in the eye of a lot of Americans who hold that as the ultimate sign of patriotism. Now, whether you believe it or not, should there be some respect for the fans who feel that way?
There should be some respect for the fans that feel that way, but by the fan standpoint, they should hear the players out. So many have jumped to the conclusion that it's disrespecting the president, that it's disrespecting the flag. Burgess is talking about some of the things that, you know, he has to endure. What the players are trying to bring up is what they're trying to endure. Yes, they're making millions of dollars, but you know what? In their own communities, they're getting pulled over by police officers. People in their own communities are getting shot, apprehended by police officers, and these topics are not
by having this during the national anthem, has it helped or hurt, or has it made so much noise that their so-called concerns haven't even been heard?
Well, the noise is drowning out. The noise is drowning out everything from both sides. So I don't think.
Guys, I'm getting the rap signal. Burgess, I'll give you the last word, please, quick.
I think this is brought together so we know what's happening behind the scenes, behind the curtains. Marxism, socialism, atheism is hurting our community, killing our kids. It's democratic policies, not the flag, that's hurting us.
All right,
let's make sure
gentlemen,
we address that correctly.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. A lot of passion there. By the way, speaking of passion.